Welcome to Learning English with Capt Binoy Varakil, Assistant Professor, Department of English, St. Joseph's College Devagiri Kozhikode, Kerala. A young man came to me and asked me which training should he go to attend to improve his spoken English. And he asked me if there is a wonderful institute in the city where he can improve his spoken English. I told him, you don't have to pay a lot of money in any institute and try to improve your English. What you need to do is improve listening, speaking, reading and writing. And I told him, try to learn 3 to 5 words on a daily basis and understand the meaning of those words and try to use those words in your spoken English. And after some days he came to me again and he began to speak in English. He spoke a bit in English and I saw that he had some confidence. He got some confidence and he was using a number of new words which he learned during those days. So the only shortcut, the easiest way to learn any language is to use the language. Maybe there are plenty of institutions or training centers to help you improve your spoken English or spoken French or German or Japanese. Of course, it helps, those institutes helps you a lot, but you have to pay a lot of money on one side. The other side, you can do whatever they tell you on your own. So I would always ask you to work hard yourself. These 4 methods, or rather, you have to take care of yourself. You should focus on listening, speaking, reading and writing. Listen to the news in that very language. Listen to the spoken English, or rather the recorded interviews as well as films, etc. in that very language and speak the language. Maybe you have your brother at home, your sister at home, you go to your friends, speak to them in the very language you would like to improve and try to think in the very language you would like to improve and get 1 or 2 very useful dictionaries of the same language. In English, of course, Advanced Oxford Learner's Dictionary, and learn 3, 4, 5, minimum 3 words every day and understand the very usages of those words and speak those words, use those words in your conversation. Think about different possibilities of using those new vocabulary items you learn and write new sentences. That a way you can improve your spoken English, spoken Italian or German or Latin or anything. And today, when you have all the development, you have all the devices like your iPhone, your smartphone and the internet, it's very easy to improve or learn any language. So let's continue our discussion and mastering of new vocabulary items in English. Today we learn 4 new words. These words are, let us understand the pronunciation, and I am using the IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet, translation of these words. All this you have in Advanced Oxford Learner's Dictionary, and with this translation IPA you can understand the very pronunciation and the very primary stress and the secondary stress Primary stress is marked with a vertical bar above and in front of the syllable. Secondary stress is marked with a vertical bar below and in front of the syllable, and that syllable which is underlined here is taking more emphasis. That syllable is articulated with more force, and when you speak, give more force to that syllable, because English is a stress time language. Let's learn the 4 new words of today. First word is ibis. Ibis. It is written, the spelling is I-B-I-S, and it's pronounced ibis. 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 2 syllables. Ibis. 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 Ibis is a noun, and it means a large wading bird with a long, thin, curved bill that lives in warm countries. So ibis is a large bird that wades in the warm countries, and he has a long, thin, curved bill. Ibis is a noun. Okay, now we come to the second word of the day, that is jabiru. Jabiru, 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 jabiru. Look at that. Spelling is Jabiru. It is transcribed jabiru. 3 syllables. Jabiru. And most important syllable is ja. And here you have the primary stress, and you see jabiru. Jabiru. Jabiru again is a noun, and it's a white and green Australian stork with red legs. So this is again a bird. It's a white and green Australian stork with red legs. Jabiru. Now we have the third word of the day, and that is kamikaze. 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 It is Kamikaze. That is kamikaze. 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 Alright, and you have kamikaze, 4 syllables. Most significant is this one here, that is ka, and it is articulated kamikaze, and this is again a noun. And kamikaze word, the word means, in fact the word comes from the Japanese country. In the Second World War, a kamikaze was a Japanese pilot who flew an aircraft loaded with explosives directly into an enemy target, knowing that he would be killed doing so. So kamikaze is a person, especially a pilot, who is flying a plane full of explosives, and this very expression comes from the Second World War. So the pilot or the kamikaze who flies the plane knows that he, along with the flight, would be killed while just attacking the enemy targets, right? So the word is once again a noun, and it is kamikaze. Now we'll look at the 4th word of the day. Maybe most of us are familiar with the word. It is the spelling Laborious. Laborious, and it is articulated laborious. 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 3 syllables. More significant is bon. Laborious. Laborious. Translating this article is a laborious task. Climbing this mountain is a laborious task. It's an adjective, and the word means needing a lot of effort or time. So laborious. So we have learned two plus two, four words today. That is ibis, a large wading bird with long, thin, curved bill that lives in warm countries, and jabiru, a white and green Australian stork with red legs. Kamikaze. In the Second World War, a kamikaze was a Japanese pilot who flew an aircraft loaded with explosives directly into an enemy target, knowing he would be killed doing so. And laborious is a task which needs a lot of effort. Okay, so we have four words today, and now sometime during the day let us use these four words in our conversation. Maybe we come across some young men or women, or maybe a friend who wishes to learn the language. Use these four words you studied or restudied today and introduce them to these words to those friend of you, and let him or her also learn the meaning and the usage of these words. Day by day you will improve your language. Wish you all a wonderful life. May God bless you.